The Otago Regional Council got final approval recently to increase the number of its councillors before this year's local body elections. The 11-member council had resolved to increase its Dunstan constituency's 2 councillors by 1 to ensure fair representation throughout the district. Council Deputy Chairman David Shepherd is here to tell us all about the issue. Good evening, David.
Good evening, Rebecca.
Now, tell us a little bit about the role of a regional council.
Well, firstly, we are elected, I guess, to develop and adopt council policies, and then we have to obviously monitor those policies and make sure that we're adhering to the policies that the council has adopted. We also have to ensure that we are prudent with council resources in terms of the assets we own and administer. We're obviously elected as representatives, and we have to be representatives of constituencies, and we have to be mindful of our role in terms of the interests of the region. And finally, I guess we're the principal part of the council that employs the CEO, and from there on in, he looks after the running of the council, employing the remaining staff.
Now, you currently have 2 councillors in the Dunstan constituency.
Correct.
Why have you increased that to 3?
Fundamentally, it's a population issue. We're required under the 201 Electoral Act, Local Electoral Act, to review our representation every 6 years. We've done that, and the growth in Central Otago Lakes area has been significant, as I'm sure everybody knows, over the last decade. And the reason we opted for an option to increase a councillor in that area was the population. It warranted it, and the Commission agreed with the council's point of view.
How do you define fair representation?
I guess it's in this instance about population equity, and that's part of the process that the Electoral Commission looks at as far as we're concerned. And I mean, I can't give you the figures off the top of my head, but this population growth was so much that it would have been unfair to not have an extra representative in that region.
What do you expect the outcome of the change to be?
Well, I expect we'll have 3 councillors. Who they are, nobody will know until election day, and I hope that they act in the interests of their constituency and their region.
What's the financial cost of adding another councillor?
There will be a cost. Councillors get a fee for their work, and that fee is determined by the Remuneration Authority.
Some regional councillors don't have opposition at election time. Do you think that there are enough people interested in standing?
Possibly not from some people's point of view, but I guess you've got to want to do it, and you've got to want to put up with all the difficulties that being a politician sometimes that you have to confront. Who knows? People have to make the decision themselves. I'm not one to suggest how the process should be, but you make the decision and go for it.
ORC Deputy Chairman Councillor David Shepherd, thanks very much for your time.
Thanks, Rebecca.